Hurry up and load. Alright, game face on, game face on. Let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome back into Wells Fargo Center from downtown Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Toronto Maple Leafs third of three meetings this year. This is it, the final meet this year between these two teams, the Leafs and the Flyers. Just recently, Toronto coming off a 1-0 overtime win back at home against the Flyers. The one and only time this year Toronto and Philadelphia will play in Philly as it's flipped around for Kerfoot. Leafs have it in behind the net, knocking that around to the far side. Marner to it first, turn that over to Joel Farabee along the wing. Here's Konechny back in the left corner. He'll play that up for Hayes. Hayes to Farabee. Here come the Flyers through center. In over the line. A chance and a shot and a stop by Samsonov early on for Toronto. It bounces free in the slot. Great save. Samsonov, he kicks that away. Riley runs the other way after it and it gets by Hart. Leafs pick that up. Riley looks for the centering pass. It's cut by the Flyers and they will come out to center with the puck. 5 gone here in the first period. In come the Flyers, and it's turned over to Kerfoot off the boards and back down to Philadelphia ice. And not enough for icing. Scott Wadden to the puck first. Philadelphia up on the wing. This finds Owen Tippett. Here's Tippett. Inside, takes a bump. Leafs regain the puck. Off the bench comes John Tavares, the captain of the Maple Leafs, and he cannot get the puck. Riley. Tavares over the red line, flipping that in. Philadelphia chases after it. Hall to it first. In, shoots, and a great stop. Rebounded, bounces free. And Hart makes a stop on that. And Philadelphia giving up some good chances early. Here's a turnover. William Nylander. He scores! Nylander in the slot before the halfway mark of the first. And the Leafs strike first here in Philadelphia. William Nylander with goal number 14 on the season. The Maple Leafs have 4 players with over 10 goals scored this season. And this is a perfect example as to why. Leave him alone in the slot, and he's a dangerous player. He's not going to make a mistake in that forehand, back to forehand move, and beats Carter Hart up and over the glove. Here's Nylander, off the draw, gave that away to Sanheim. Up for Sedlak, turned over at center. Tavares backhands that back into the Philadelphia zone. Nick Robertson's after it for Toronto. Sanheim, here's Mayhew up the boards. This finds Morgan Frost, and he's turned back by the Leafs. Here's Braun in his own zone. Up on the wing for Sedlak. Flyers hit it over the blue line, a step and a shot, and it doesn't make its way to Samsonov. Tavares, Toronto over the red line, flipping that in. And around for Robertson. He'll drop back for help in Justin Hall. And he oversticked that. Sandin back off the board. Hall picks it up, waits, shoots to the net, and that one just off the mark and wide. Hall gets that back, centers in behind it goes. Robertson plays it to the goal. It's lost in behind somewhere, but the Flyers will now get it ahead and out. Sedlak over the red line. Now in the Leaf zone, a drop pass, McEwen, and he's stopped by Samsonov coming down the slot. Under 5 left to go here in the first. Here's Michael Bunting with speed, might be a 2-on-1, he shoots, and a stop by Hart. Getting a blocker on that, drop back. Here's Sedlak, Philadelphia turns the other way. Through the middle of the ice, and in and over the Toronto line. From the right, a shot right on, a stop by Samsonov. Leafs clear. Off the boards ahead, here's Michael Bunting. Past the red line with speed, to the net, and he's stopped by Hart. Loose the bouncing puck, Sanheim. It's knocked down by Cates. Kept in by Bunting. In shoot. Again, that goes wide. In behind is Morgan. Yarncroke. Here's a shot. Bunting and an easy stop by Carter Hart as he points that down. Sanheim. Cates. Yes, here come the Flyers. Left side. Seconds running down here in the first. Here's Cates. Drop pass, turnover. Got it back. Wadden shoots in front of Samsonov. That's blocked. Cleared to center. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, through the first period of play, will bring a 1-0 lead into the locker room. The goal scored by William Nylander. Shots are going the hockey game through 1 period of play. It's 7 for the Leafs, 4 for the Flyers. Hits 3-1 Philadelphia. Faceoffs 1 aside. No power plays. 1-0 Toronto after 1. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Wells Fargo Center in downtown Philadelphia. The Leafs 1, the Flyers 0. Where we stand through 20. Wrong one back by Toronto. Matthews gets that up on the wing. Waits, shoots, scores! Austin Matthews, a quick release from the left point. He makes it 2-0 Toronto, not even a minute into the second period. Absolute bullet of a release for Austin Matthews, and this is exactly what he's been doing as of late. Number 36 now on the season. It's that release that no one can stop. If you don't block that lane, if you don't stop that pass from getting through, he's going to have a clean lane to take that shot and score every time, and he does here to make it 2-0. Maple Leafs beat the Flyers earlier in the year, 3-2 in Toronto, regulation time. They beat them just recently back in Toronto in the second of 3 meetings, 1-0 in overtime. A absolute wild game in that one. And here tonight so far, 2-0. The best they've played against the Flyers this year. Played into Samsonov. He'll drop that down for Riley. Up on the wing, this finds Kerfoot. Bumped along. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews in. Here's Matthews. He scores! Again! Austin Matthews gets away from the D, breaks in, and beats the netminder right between the 5-hole, and it's 3-0 Toronto, 3 minutes into the second period. Leafs coming off a huge win, and you saw that game, the last one against Detroit, 4-3 in a shootout. Yeah, they had a 3-1 lead in that game and blew it, but ended up coming out with the W in extra time. And tonight, they are absolutely dominating the ice. 3 goals already, and we're not even halfway. Here's Matthews again, shoots, and a glove stop. Hart got on top of that just in a matter of time, preventing an Austin Matthews hat trick. And behind the goal, this is picked up by Konechny. Good pressure by the Maple Leafs. Flyers after it again in their own zone. That's way ahead. Here's Marner. Won't get a shot clean. DeAngelo. Here's Hayes with him, and here come the Flyers in over the line. Almost halfway. A shot. Stopped by Samsonov. He knocked that aside. Riley. Robertson up the boards. That misses Nylander. He'll race after it, but icing is the call against Toronto. So 3-0 Leafs. A goal in the first, 2 already here inside the second. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the period were scored. Here's the draw. And it is won back by Toronto. Matthews takes that. Pass ahead, that is Nylander. Looks back for Matthews. Gets it to him. Austin Matthews, some open ice, looking for the trick. Shoots, scores! Austin Matthews, another wicked release. He has the hat trick. And now that is goal number 38 on the season. His 3rd tonight. And it's 4-0 Toronto. 3 goals and not even halfway through this period. The Toronto Maple Leafs have absolutely broken through here in this second period. And this game is now out of reach the way that the Flyers are playing tonight. Toronto leaving them in the slot and left alone many times, but Samsonov's been sharp, but Toronto's been dealing 4 goals already. Here's Nylander, and he's stopped by Hart, trying to make it 5. Here's another shot, score! It's Nick Robertson, my goodness, another goal, and it's 5-0 Toronto as Robertson gets on the board with his 7th of the year. Yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs do it again, and this is just a matter of patience in the slot, creating those scoring chances and making the opponent pay. Still not even halfway through this game, 5-0. Here's the pass for Tavares, very similar to the last game against Arizona on the road. Here's Tavares in, shoots, stop, and it's there for the taking, but the rebound not loose. Got it back in front. DeAngelo. The Flyers just look to get it out. It's kept inside again. Good pressure by the Leafs, but Cates gets it free, and here come the Flyers. Left side and in, past the halfway mark. In, looking from the corner. And a pass in front, stopped by Samsonov on that chance. Right down main lane. Nylander back into the Philly zone. This goes around, and it will find Morgan Riley to the net. And he sends it off the mark and wide. Yarncroke, good pressure by the Leafs again. Malgin tried to hold it in. Here's Noah Cates, taken down. Leafs pick it up. Dennis Malgin. And he tried to get it to the net clean, but Carter Hart scoops it from his stick and will hold on with a face-off in the Philly zone. Honestly, the best that the Leafs have played against Philadelphia in their history in terms of goals scored. The most wildest game here in Philadelphia in history was a 6-3 final for the Maple Leafs. It is 5-0 currently. If they score more than 6 goals, a new record will be here in Philly. Here's Farabee. Right ahead for Hayes, and he's taken down up the board side. Malgin tries to keep it out, and it stays in. Farabee in front, stopped by Samsonov. Big test there, and now racing after it is Dennis Malgin as it bounces off the boards and takes a wicked hop. He'll drop that back for help, right down the middle. Justin Hall stopped in the slot. That was Carter Hart. He got a piece of that. Flyers up to 7. Good pressure by Kerfoot. He finds Mitch Marner on a break. Marner! And it just went wide. Matthews back to the point. Hall for Matthews again. Austin Matthews, and he tries to get it to the net. Lost it. Gets that back in front. Good pressure. And the Flyers regroup and get the puck back. Hayes out to center. Inside the final seconds of this second period, that's fired in by Toronto. Takes a bounce in front of the Philly net. Now played ahead for Sedlak. Maple Leafs have a natural hat trick in this second period by Austin Matthews, in Toronto with a 5-0 lead through 40 minutes of play. Well, your stats through 2 periods. The shots on goal, the Leafs 17 with 5, 8 for the Flyers with none. Hits are 6-5 Toronto, face-off 7-2 Leafs. No power plays, 5-0 after 2. Welcome into the third and final period here tonight from Wells Fargo Center. The Leafs and the Flyers. Toronto with a 5-goal spot. A 4-goal second period. The pass to Matthews. Turn that over. Just started the third period. And that's Mitch Marner bringing it in. Has trouble and gets it back in front for a shot, and handled by Hart. He covers just over a minute into this third period. The Maple Leafs head home to take on the Anaheim Ducks next. And will finish that homestand, I believe, against the Nashville Predators. Yeah, so first you got Anaheim, then you got St. Louis, and then Nashville comes to town, obviously. Here's Hayes through center, in over the line, and looking to get a step back. That's Farabee. Here's Brody. Riley up for Marner. Knocked down at the line. Flyers give it away, but will get it back. D'Angelo to the net. A great move. Stopped by Samsonovi. Kicks that aside sharply. Here's Mitch Marner, and he'll just get this down into the Philadelphia zone. Matthews in front. He'll flip that back around for Brody. In, shoots, off the leg and into the corner. Marner back off the boards, and that misses Matthews and right back down the Leaf ice. They will reset. Marner into the Philly zone again. Chasing after that, far and around is Marner. Hit on the wing, and back out the center. And penalties coming to the Maple Leafs. Farabee as it's touched up. And Philadelphia will have the first power play of the night. The Maple Leafs the first penalty of the night. Alex Kerfoot for boarding. Elbowing, boarding, whatever you want to call it. But he got the elbow in on the head, and that is not tolerated by the officials in this league. Face off to the right side, one back. Leafs control. Mete plays that for Zach Aston Reese. Toronto tries to get it out here. May have been tugged a bit on the arm. The Flyers get away with that one. Here's Cates at center. Now Wadden again from the right wing. Drop pass. Here's a chance, and won't get to the net clean. Mete for Zach Aston Reese. Just about halfway through this third period. Here's Mete. Has help with him. In, shoots, and a stop by Hart. Short-handed look for the Leafs. Yarncroke tried to keep it in. Sandin comes back out. Yarncroke, Sandin there again. Good pressure by the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they get it ahead. Rasmus Sandin to the net. Stopped. Hart keeps that out, and he will cover for Philadelphia as their power play coming to an end. Just over half a period to go. The Leafs 5, the Flyers 0 from Philadelphia. It's been a quiet one for the home side. The Philadelphia Flyers, who as of late have actually been picking up their play, and it's been a lot better and a lot more solid, but Toronto has really come out strong tonight. Here's Giordano, and a move to the net, but Hart gobbles that to the chest and covers again. A 4-goal second period for the Maple Leafs has them ahead by 5. It was 1-0 after 1. It's still a tight game at that point. Draw one back, controlled by Sanheim. Knocked in the corner, picked up by Bunting. Bunting in, won't get a shot. Instead, some pushing and shoving here in the right corner of the Philadelphia zone. And we're going to have offsetting penalties here. 4-on-4 hockey action here in this third period with Toronto on top 5-0. So here's the draw. 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. One back by Kerfoot. Shot by Hall. That one off the mark. May have hit hard on the way, but the Flyers look to clear and do not. Here's Kerfoot. He keeps it in. Drops for Bunting. In the slot. He shoots, and a glove stop. Carter Hart with his best tonight. As Hayes gets it out again to center. Kerfoot picks that up again. Back the full strength. Here is Sandin. Fires that in and around, and he'll go all the way for Bunting to the net. Held off there. Drops it in front and hits his skate. Stays in. Dennis Mulligan. He gets to it. Mulligan shoots, and a stop by Hart. Here's Konechny out to center. Flyers come ahead with 6.5 left to go in this third period, and they'll fire it around the Toronto zone. Hall for Mulligan. Here comes Toronto. That's fired down into the Philadelphia zone. This finds Kelly. Yarncroke to the net. Shoots, and he fired that high. Here's Sandin. Played it back to the net. Hart easily knocks that down for Sanheim. The Flyers just try to clear and do. Frost Back in again. Back with Konechny. He turns that over at the zone. Konechny back ahead, Sanheim. And the Flyers get it deep into the Leaf corner, left side. Knocked ahead for Robertson. He'll play that far up for John Tavares. As D'Angelo has the puck for Philly, but gives it away. Tavares with good pressure, and he could not keep the puck in. Under 2 left to go. Leafs 5, Flyers 0. Here comes Philly through center. Open lane. That shot not to the net. And here's Tavares trying to make a step down the middle of the ice. Not fast enough to do so. Knocked off the puck there. Brody resets. Here's Robertson with speed. He has Nylander with him. Robertson shoots and a stop hard and tight. Nylander back. Tavares in the slot. Fired right on as it goes up and out of play. We're inside the final minute of play. The Leafs 5, the Flyers 0. Faceoffs in this game, 10 for the Leafs, 5 for the Philadelphia Flyers. Toronto coming out strong this afternoon. And 4-goal second period really set the tone of this hockey game. And Austin Matthews with that hat trick. A natural one again. That kid's red hot right now, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep on getting better and better. And Matthews, that player for the Maple Leafs, their star for a reason. Chance in front, and Samsonov bails out. Here's another, and a stop again. 2 late stops. Here's a third, and it won't make its way to the net clean. In from behind, drop to the point. D'Angelo, there it is. Stopped by Samsonov. Kept inside. That shot's blocked. Seconds running down to the final 15. Tavares off the puck, but Nylander picks it up. Here's Nylander, in alone. Stopped by Hart. Down on top of that, he'll cover with just under 7 seconds left to play, but Ilya Samsonov, sharp late for Toronto as a late blaze by the Flyers. Here's the draw. Matthews on the ice. Wins it back for Brody. In for Marner. Marner for Matthews. In, shoots, and that went off the glove into the corner, and that will do it. The Toronto Maple Leafs will take down the Philadelphia Flyers 5-0. They will sweep the season set 3-0. And off to Toronto next. Back home, the Leafs to host the Anaheim Ducks. That's all tonight from Wells Fargo Center. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.